they don't, this ain't that, and this ain't, I'm good, boo. Go ahead. Have y'all little negative party. And y'all stay right there having it. As for me and mine, amen. I'm not interested in what you think about what God told me to do. God told me to do it. We're not about to have a conversation about, we're not going to have a board meeting about what God told me to do. We're not going to discuss it. This is what God told me to do. I'm going forward. If you want to go forward with me, hey man, come on. When MPJ called me and told me to come to LA, I wasn't on no, well, I have a schedule right now. God was like, yo, this is the opportunity to do it. Get on that plane. He said, get to. I'm just saying, God is like, yo, if you just do my will, why are you still doing your will? Why are you still doing your will? It's not working. You will pay the fare when you don't do what God tells you to do. You got to pay to go the wrong way. It costs to go the wrong way. It's free when you go God's way. You don't pay nothing when you go God's way. They're all inclusive when you go God's way. Everything is paid for. Give me one of those, give me one of those, and my friend will have two. Hey, let me just tell y'all something. If you want to sing big time, take a person that ain't never been on a trip before, take them on one of them all-inclusive boys. They don't know. They thinking like, is that right there? Bruh, go ahead, get all of it. I got you. It's all on me. Now, I'm just being real, y'all. Watch this. You think I'm playing. So I was on the plane the other day, first class by the grace of God. There's a young girl on the plane. She couldn't be more than 10 years old, 11 years old. Somebody paid for her to fly first class. She didn't even know what was going on. I love it. Dave, I love it. I was watching the whole thing. She didn't even know. So the lady came and was like, you want something to drink? And I watched her look at the lady like, then she kind of looked at me like, can I have something to drink? I'm like, yeah, you can have something to drink. So she was getting her little drinks, little girl. Then the lady came back and was like, so we're going to have a meal. Here are the three choices. She gave us the three choices. She left, and little mama looked at me and was like, Henry. I said, it's all yours, baby. I don't know who paid for you to be on here, but whoever paid for you in this seat. Oh, you missed what I just said. For God so loved the world, that is all paid for. For God so loved the world that he gave, it's all paid for. You can have a good life, and you can have a good life, and your sins are forgiven, and your sins are forgiven. And I got a plan for you, and I got a plan for you, and I got a calling for you, and I got a calling for you. All y'all got. Just follow my will. It's all inclusive. It's all paid for. You ain't got to pay a dime. Just find your butt on the seat. I ain't gonna put you in the seat, but if you can get to the seat, it's all paid for. I ain't gonna force you to get on the plane. But if you get on the plane, it's all paid for. It's all in there. I ain't hanging with nobody that ain't going forward no more. I don't want to have a backwards conversation no more. I'm not interested. You have your little backwards when you're by yourself. I'm only hanging out with people who are going forward. I ain't got a lot of time here on this earth. I want the rest of it to be blessed. You know what hurts? When I realized that all this time I should have been flying first class. I was the one who went to the back of the bus, doing some back of the bus foolishness. Paying for the back of the bus foolishness. And I said, who told you? Why are you back there? In your mama's room before you was born, I called you up here. I told you was right. I know your daddy didn't want you, but he didn't have to call you royal. I wasn't waiting for him to call you royal before you considered royal. I called you royal before your daddy even knew that he was having a son. And even though he ain't sure you his, I'm certain that you mine. He might have some doubts. I ain't got no doubts. He might have some doubt. He might not know if you yours. He might have some doubt. He might not raise you because he don't believe. He might not want to fight your mama for you. But I fought the devil for you. He might not want to press through. But Jesus pressed through. Your daddy may not have wanted to do it. But I did it. You walking around here like you ain't nobody. You listening to the enemy talk that backwards talk. And now you surrounding yourself with people talking that backwards talk. I don't hang with them no more. Don't come to me with that foolishness. You talking forward. can I tell y'all what's so crazy? Where you said to me that you don't know your what? You don't know what your gifts are. That's what you told me, right? And you told me you was looking for somebody to help you figure out what your gifts are, right? And I told you I was going to try to help you find somebody. But I was going to try to help you find somebody that lived in your city so they could be there for you. You told me it was for real. I told her, then I got you. If you in San Diego, I'm in San Diego, then I got you. Now I'm not gonna come to where you are, but I'm gonna tell you where I am. And if you show up, you about to get first class treatment. You ain't got to go to one of the other coaches. You about to get the first class treatment. If you where I'm at, if you live where I'm at, then I told I'm gonna turn my daughter on to you. If you where I'm at, and if you get turned on my daughter, then my wife probably gonna get involved. Are you hearing what I'm trying to tell you? You got first class before you even knew you had first class. Get your butt out the back. Some of y'all still in the back. Some of y'all young, you don't know about trailways and Greyhound. When I was a kid, I used to be Greyhound back where the bathroom was. It was a terrible experience. Greyhound, number one, is a terrible experience. Dave, I actually took it, Dave, from Miami, when we were in Miami, all the way to Chicago. It was a terrible experience. And I was in the back in the bathroom. And you know anything about Greyhound, those people ain't tripping about using those bathrooms. It's something about the Greyhound people, they don't have no etiquette, like they ain't on that. They going in there, you holler like they're in the crib. Boom. And me and my girl right there. We've been on the plane ever since that trip. We've made this sacrifice. Whatever it costs, we paid the price. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? You still in the back. When he paid for the front, you have absolutely no right to be in the back because he paid for the front. He paid for a first class seat, and because of our low self-esteem, because the devil has convinced us of some dumb stuff, you didn't walk past where your name was. Your name was in the seat in first class, and you didn't walk past your name, and you didn't go somewhere that you have no business being. You have no business in the pig pen. Get your butt up. Go home.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. Flight Assessment 2.0. Look, I love the assessment so much that it took me to a whole nother level. Like I'm telling y'all think I've always been here. I promise you, there was a time I was lost. I'm just being real. There was a time that I was just shooting. I didn't know what to aim for. Like I didn't know. And so I wasn't making the money I'm making now. I didn't know, y'all. I had a gift. I didn't really know what the gift was. I didn't know how to use it. I remember struggles in my marriage because I didn't know who I was, struggling with my kid. So the flight assessment was phenomenal because it changed my life. It gave me a sense of clarity that I never had before. Like it showed me my value, and it showed me like how to market my value, how to understand my value, how to sell my value, like how to put a price tag on what I was worth. I didn't know before. I was watching other videos, watching other people, mimicking other people, trying to do what other people were doing. It didn't work, y'all. And then boom, this assessment showed me me. Now I'm gonna be honest. While I love the assessment, it was on some PhD stuff. Like it was like an advanced degree. So I took the flight assessment 2.0 and simplified it for you. Flight assessment now is a pilot, a flight attendant, a ground crew, air traffic control. Like I simplified it with symbols and words that you can understand so that you can immediately take it and boom, and do something with it. You're going to be able to use it immediately. You're going to figure out who you are, why you tick, what you do, and then you're going to be able to boom, take who you are and what you do and put it in the marketplace and make money. Listen to me very closely. Not only are you gonna figure out who you are, you're gonna figure out who everybody around you is, and guess what? You're gonna slow life down. You're gonna slow the game down, and you're gonna be able to do and be and have stuff you've never had before. So do me a favor, listen to me. In 15 minutes, your whole life is gonna change. Like I revamped the whole thing. I made the investment. I studied this thing for 5-6 years. I studied you. I got it, y'all. I got it. It's gonna take 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, you gonna know you like you've never known you before. You're gonna have resources. You're gonna have the people that's gonna be able to help you. You're gonna be able to go, be, do, have everything you've ever dreamed of. You're gonna speak with clarity. You're gonna move with clarity. You're gonna think with clarity. You're gonna write with clarity. And that clarity is gonna open up doors that you never imagined that could be open.